Hi everybody and welcome to the monthly astrology snapshot for the lunar month, which is actually an eclipse season. I don't know if you've been feeling the intensity. Just when we thought the world couldn't get more intense, we go into one of the most potent eclipse seasons that I've experienced in my lifetime. And I'm going to break down what that means, this call. So this lunar month begins at the solar eclipse, which is in Taurus. It's a partial, but still a new moon, and it's still a new moon on steroids, really. Like, it really is amplified when there's an eclipse, and that's happening on the 30th of April, 1st of May. And then we'll have the full moon this lunar month, which is actually a total lunar eclipse in Scorpio. It does not get, and it's a super moon, as in it's super close to the earth right now. So this is a big eclipse season, and the main focus of this eclipse season is on how to embody at the new moon solar eclipse, where we're going to seed in new intentions, how to embody new powerful ways of being in your body on this earth, how you resource yourself, and how to embody more power, Scorpio, and let go of any traumatic misuse of power from within yourself and from without. So it is a potent month, and it is a month that if you are somebody that does already work with the lunar phases and journey with the cycle of the moon, to seed in intentions and to let go of pain and old stuck energies, this is a month to do some deep ritual work. And I have some great offerings to help people to journey with this. So you'll see on my website there is the events page, or you can go to this astrology snapshot at soulfulguiding.com. And there are offerings there to help you journey deeply with these big forces, these big cycles. I've also got an eclipse masterclass, which is going to break down what I'm talking about into more detail and give you some tips on how you can go into your own ritual and journey with this and really make sense of what we're observing in the field and maybe some of the things that you're experiencing at a personal level. So check out the links below if you're looking at this on YouTube. On Instagram, go to my link in my bio, or if you want to just jump straight over to soulfulguiding.com, please go. I have an eclipse masterclass, and then I have a full moon lunar eclipse online gathering where I spend the first 30 minutes of the call, 20 to 30 minutes, talking about the bigger themes, the archetypes, what the symbology really means. And then there's a beautiful 20 to 30 minute deep dive with this full moon lunar eclipse, where we're going to release some trauma and old karmic loops, which really are just, karmic loops are just those repeating patterns and themes in your life that you just know you need to let go of. So there's an event for that as well. And also the Lunar Project, I'm still keeping that open for people that want to join me for a 12-month journey where you will receive a new moon meditation, 30-minute live meditation. That's only for people that sign up for the 12-month journey. We've already gone through one cycle, but it's not too late to join and journey with me over 12 months, where I will go deep into each full moon, new moon, mostly the full moon, and we culminate and we gather at the full moon for a live event. And again, same theme, I will go through a journey to help you work with releasing whatever the major themes were. Last month, we had a full moon in Libra, and we did this beautiful meditation journey on healing relationships. So I don't know if you noticed that was coming up for you, that your key relationships are going through a transformation, because we are living through this time where our institutions of power, which is going to be really challenged at this full moon, because this full moon lunar eclipse is all about power. But last month we were looking at how the institution of relationship and our conditioned expectations get in the way of what's really there. So it is a beautiful 12-month journey, and I'd love to invite anyone who just wants to dive a bit deeper into mindfulness, meditation, understanding astrology. You don't need to know you don't need to understand astrology to do it. But let's get to this month. So we begin with, as I'm filming this, we have 4 planets in Pisces, in this divine magical conjunction or alignment, which is actually visible to the naked eye. If you get up in the morning before dawn, you will see it. I haven't been able to where I am because it's been raining, but today we have blue sky, so tomorrow I'm getting up. But on the 1st of May, the moon will be involved, and it will be an exact conjunction between Venus and Jupiter. These are the most happiest planets, and they are sitting up there going, oh, it's okay, everybody. There is a divine healing cycle that's in motion. It was set in motion with the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces, which is a once in 12-year cycle, as in Jupiter and Neptune coming together, but happening in Pisces, that's every 166 years. Once in a lifetime configurations are happening right now in Pisces. So even though we've got these big eclipses and big purging coming, that signature tells me that we're going to be okay, that there is a new cycle of healing for humanity that is playing out right now. Big healing. So know that that's there. Get out and have a look if you can, and make a wish. This is a more subtle cycle. Some of you may notice it immediately, but most of us, this is going to happen over the next 12 years. This isn't happening right now. I have felt this in my world, and I've also actually really noticed that the shadow of this particular configuration can be a bit of spacing out, and I just don't want to deal with this, which sometimes we need to do. But as we move more into these eclipses, we can't avoid this one. We're going to feel it. It could be an intensification starting to build up now as I'm recording this at the end of April, an intensification of the emotions. So that's in context of the full moon that's going to be building. But let's start with this new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. Taurus is about our resources. It is the material, earthly realm. It is how we resource ourselves. It's how we engage with the earth. And it's also about our values, how we value things and what we value. At this moment, this new moon with this beautiful Jupiter-Neptune configuration, and it's a new moon on steroids, this is a moment to embody, Taurus, some deep wishes, intentions that really help sustain and nourish you. The world has changed. This is a moment for you to embody who you've become now that all of our values have been disrupted. All of our old stories have been broken down. You know, Taurus is how we work and how we resource ourselves. Taurus is focused on quality, not quantity. Working smarter, not harder. So at this time, this is your moment to really focus and embody intentionally, you know, things that you know will really sustain you no matter what is going on this planet. Maybe you're growing more food at home. Maybe you're being more conscious of your own personal resources, your money, your water, recycling, caring about the earth. It is such a beautiful new moon and such a potent opportunity for you to really, really look after you and how you want to be during these times. And also actually at this new moon, a really key point, and it's all in my monthly astrology snapshot. If you're one that loves to read and dive deeper, I have so much beautiful information there, and that will be on my website. But this new moon has Pluto stationing, slowing down in the sky visibly to go retrograde. So when Pluto stations, everything is intensified. Now, because this is a positive new moon solar eclipse, this Pluto energy is going to pull us in potentially to really deeply feel what needs to change. So really take note of what's coming up. Take note of who you've become and really focus in some powerful energy there. Now, the full moon, total lunar eclipse in Scorpio at a supermoon. Wow. So this is a full moon of releasing. It's a total lunar eclipse that lasts for 90 minutes, which is deep healing of any trauma, of any negative emotions, pain, stories, beliefs, karmic loops, repeated patterns, misuse of power, painful memories. This is your opportunity to let it go, to release, to really focus on what are your fears and what are your negative stories that stop you from embodying your power. That is this full moon, total lunar eclipse, your opportunity to really let go. At the collective level, we might see through these eclipses, which will go into next year, but especially this year, this total revisioning because Uranus is in aspect to both eclipses. So at the collective level, this is an opportunity for all of us as a species to innovate Uranus, the way we are with our resources, Taurus, and the way that we have been in a misuse of power or the unhealthy distribution of power throughout the world and resources. So this eclipse cycle this year and into next is really going to push humanity to revision, to review, and to really look at how we are with power and resources and the distribution of power and resources. Uranus wants to disperse the energy and not have it in these vertical top-down power structures that we've been living through. Uranus wants to come in and blast it out so that it goes global. Uranus is like the World Wide Web. This is where we all connect, and it wants us to experience reality at a completely different frequency. So these eclipses are going to wobble all of us, the way we are with Earth, the way we eat, the way we consume, what we value, how power manifests. You potentially will see more of the shadow coming up in the collective, and our work is to do our own inner work. So the eclipses at the personal level, if you're working with it consciously, these are your opportunities to really go in and clear out any of those negative conditioned beliefs of power, who you give your power to. This is about embodying stronger values, looking after you, stronger boundaries, and releasing out any toxic relationships that don't serve you. So there's a bigger cycle at play that I just feel we can all be super mindful of. And don't forget that there is that big activation of Pisces, which is Pisces is the sign of completion, but great divine healing. So whatever we're working through at this time, there is a bigger cycle at play that's saying, hey guys, this is about healing, it is about compassion, and it is about humanity. There are some big changes this month, which is also written down in the astrology snapshot, which I'd be really interested to see how that affects the bigger global issues of climate, the environmental issues, and obviously the war that's going on in Ukraine. So my big wish is that this month really starts to activate cycles which shift the power. That's my big prayer for all of us. But as I shared at the beginning, if you're still here, check out my website, check out the offerings, and come and journey with me and have an experience, if you haven't already, of the potency of eclipses. I've worked with them for years. They have been life-changing for me and people that I've worked with. But if not, I hope this little sharing, this snapshot helps you get some ideas on how you can really look after you through these times. So much love to you all, and I'll see you all next month. Bye, everybody.